Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who's a cynic. Hope we're doing well. And today we've got some more news about Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, which is the only real CW event that I have any genuine interest in at this point. Since, as I've said before, I was a big fan of Arrow for a very long time, and then I just felt like the seasons ended up just becoming just not really as important and just started to go off on these random tangents that didn't really make any sense. And I also just kind of fell behind in the series. Supergirl was never really great, though it was at least tolerable for the very beginning, and then it started going off on its own political tangents that I just couldn't keep up with, and apparently it continued to do in that direction, so I'm glad I gave up with it. And then The Flash, apparently, too, I fell behind on, and apparently it's for the best because it also decided to go on its own tangents as well. However, this new crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths, has a lot of people talking, including myself on this channel, because of the fact that it's going to possibly bring in some actors who have portrayed certain characters in both movies and television, like other than the CW universe. So it's going to bring in people like Brandon Routh, who played Superman in Superman Returns. And I really do feel that he unfortunately was in a not as good film, even though his performance was fine. And I was so glad to see him being brought back on the CW to play other characters like Adam, for example, because I just think that he has this really genuine quality to him. You just believe that he is that nice guy. You believe that he is that person. And I think that just talks and speaks to him as an actor, being able to portray that character very well. And also, I think he did a fine job as Superman in Superman Returns. He just had a really bad script and not very good direction that kind of just weighed the whole movie down. So it's really cool to see him being able to come back in playing the role of Superman again. And there's also rumors, are they going to be able to bring in Mark Hamill to play a live action Joker? You already have the original voice of Bruce Wayne from Batman the Animated Series coming back to play the live action, or rumored to be playing the live action version of Bruce Wayne, which is freaking fantastic. And also you have Tom Welling here from Smallville. Smallville is a show that I thoroughly enjoyed. Yes, it went on for a little bit too long, and I definitely think you start to feel it towards those latter seasons, but I think there were solid episodes even in that final season, which had some issues going on with it, especially with continuity, but also just in overall, do I really care about this anymore? And of course, the big reveal, in my opinion, was not that impressive because Tom Welling, as awesome as he was as Clark Kent, was not able to really fill in the suit, I feel, in the way that he should have been able to. But of course, that is just my own opinion. But Smallville actor, apparently Tom Welling, is teasing his appearance in the CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths because he has apparently not confirmed what his role is or how he is involved. But it seems that he is definitely teasing it and teasing the episode, which I think is a good thing. I think that all the people and all the actors, especially if they can somehow get someone like a Mark Hamill in here, should do nothing but tease this. Because if you want this to be one of the largest television events in television history, will it ever beat events like the I Love Lucy episode that still holds one of the longest sustained laughs of all time, or anything like that? I'm not exactly sure. But I think for modern television, I think this has a lot of potential to really bring in a lot of new viewers, but also to bring back viewers like me. I'm actually genuinely interested to watch this. I don't feel like I really would need to see any of the episodes of these seasons up to this point because it just feels like such an event film. It's almost like an Avengers film where you could really not watch watch any of the movies leading up to an Avengers film, but know basically who the characters were and be able to pick up their relationships because of the way that they come off each other. I think that we could probably do something similar here with Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is why I'm personally kind of excited for it, and I think that it might be enough for me to watch this, but maybe not as much to go back into watching the shows fully as my dogs and Hounds of Asgard fight behind me, just because of the way that many of the shows have gone woke. But here, according to Bounding in the Comics, we have former Smallville actor Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent, teased an appearance in the CW's upcoming Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. Welling took to Instagram to share a short video of himself at a shoot in South Africa. He commented, "Very professional location for a shoot." So kind of teasing that this might be indeed be the place where he will be reprising his role as Superman, which could be really cool. However, Welling would also respond to a fan who commented, "I hope you're in Crisis on Infinite Earths." Welling would simply reply, "Duh." And I think that all of us feel the same way, or at least most of us do. I think that anyone that was a Smallville fan likes his portrayal of Clark Kent, liked the portrayal. I mean, obviously, it was definitely a high school drama for a lot of it, but I personally liked that a lot in the portrayal of it. I thought that it was really cool to see Clark Kent from a younger perspective, growing into the man that he would eventually be, though of course I think it took a little bit too long to get to that point. This could be seen as confirmation that he will show up in Crisis on Infinite Earths, but it's also possible that he's hoping he will get to appear in the crossover as well. Welling is rumored to make an appearance in the crossover, with a source telling Cosmic News that the crossover will feature characters from all of or most of the DC appearances on TV and some from the movies. Again, apparently there's also Linda Carter, Burt Ward, as well as Tom Welling. Welling spoke about returning for superheroes back in 2017. In fact, he noted he had a few ideas on how to make it happen. He told Nuke the Fridge, I'm willing to on The Flash, and I have a few ideas of how it can happen if the network asks me. In fact, I think I can make it happen. Welling did appear on the DC Comics-based Lucifer TV show as Marcus Pierce from 2017 to 2018, which just gives me another reason, because I actually kind of like Tom Welling overall, to actually watch Lucifer. I've heard pretty good things about it. If Welling is confirmed, he will appear in Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. It's unclear who he would be playing. Given he played Clark Kent in Smallville for 10 years, most fans are expecting him to reprise his role. However, it's also possible he could appear as Marcus Pierce, as rumors indicate the show is trying to tie together most of the DC Comics properties, or at least reference them in some capacity. To be honest, as someone who has not seen his role in that, I would much rather him reprise a role that he played for like over a decade than for him to reprise a role that he only played for about a year. I think that most people would be willing to watch the show. Any Smallville fans especially would want to watch it to see him come back as Clark Kent. Also, when you have Crisis on Infinite Earths, that means that you can essentially have multiple Supermen. And if you are able to bring him in, bring in Brandon Routh, bring in the person that plays Superman on the current Supergirl show, who again I think he's okay as Superman, to be honest, despite the issues that I have with the overall show. I even personally like Melissa Benoist as Supergirl, because I just think that she's a good actress. Now, some people don't agree with me and don't agree with that assessment, but I can at least give the show that Melissa Benoist is a talented actress. However, I just don't really think it would work if they're going to try and tie in try and tie in Lucifer, because I think like that's just more of an obscure choice on their part, but I could of course be wrong for any fans of Lucifer out there. Another possibility could be that Welling takes on a completely different role. DC's Legends of Tomorrow actor Brandon Routh, who plays Ray Palmer, aka Adam, will be playing Superman based off of Mark Waid and Alex Ross's Kingdom Come story, which is, I think, pretty damn awesome and badass. And again, it would be really cool to see multiple Supermans on screen, all from different eras, all from different times, and all being played by different people. I think that could be really awesome, and it could be a damn good time. But anyway, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Are you excited for Crisis on Infinite Earths? So obviously they have not filmed it yet. They could be in the process of starting to film, meaning that we probably won't get this until spring, summer at, I would say, the earliest, because of the way that how much time it takes them to film, but also to get all the extra stuff and editing and everything that I think that we don't get it until the spring season of series at the very earliest, possibly even summer, or they could even hold off on it for being a major fall event of next year. I mean, obviously TV moves a little bit faster than movies tend to, but I think it would be interesting to see where they try and put this in, to see and try and I think capitalize on the amount of star power and also name recognition from all variety of shows and movies that they could. Anyway, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Is this enough to make you start watching CW shows again if you used to watch them? Also, are there any other Smallville fans out there? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, smash that like button, give it a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Check out my affiliate links in the description below to help out support the channel, because obviously I do all this stuff for free. I don't make anyone sit behind a paywall to watch my content, but it definitely does take time and attention to be able to spend the time and attention focusing on these topics and stories, so it definitely is well appreciated. Please stay tuned for the live stream tonight, where we will have a damn good time, and I will be opening up a package from Bruce, of which one item I am aware of and the other I am not. Cannot wait. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and as always, God bless.